Hi, here we are, back again. Another journey into Merlin the Return. I've selected a piece of text here, which is one of the riddles that Merlin has to uncover on his journey to find out why he's come back to Glastonbury after 1500 years absence. So this is just leading up to his discovery about what really lies underneath Glastonbury Tor. Glastonbury seemed to exert an influence over Merlin, as if there was still something he had to do there. By now, he was quite familiar with the region, with its places of interest and its energy spots, and he had a good understanding of its history and social heritage. But something major was missing, and he needed to know what that was before he could think of journeying onwards. His musings led him to think about his recent visit to Chew Valley Lake. What strange attraction had led him to the water's edge? What had compelled him to gaze at that body of water for several hours, lost in thought? A memory stirred. In his mind, he was back at the lakeside. The vision of the lake was crystal clear. As he continued to watch, the surface of the water became disturbed. An arm rose up from it, a distinctly elegant female hand bearing a sword. But was it a sword? He looked more keenly. It did not glint or shine as a sword might when it reflects light. This one morphed, changing in size and shape until it resembled a large wavering flame. As he continued to look, the flame resolved itself into a female figure. Was this the figure he saw in his cabin? Identification proved elusive, so he focused his attention on the symbolism. Ah, he had it now. This must be an allusion to the Lady of the Lake, she who gave the sword Excalibur to Arthur. And yet, might this also refer to the Lady of Avalon, she to whom Arthur had entrusted, perhaps relinquished, his earthly power? Both interpretations seemed to fit. Surely then, this visual was about the giving and receiving of power. During Arthur's reign, power was wielded by those who possessed physical strength and valor, through force of will and determination. But as Arthur himself had recently declared, there was no further need to do battle, hence no more need for that type of power. Merlin looked more intently at the female figure. She seemed to be waiting for him to continue. So he thought again about why she was here and what she was showing him. Could it be that she was offering a new power, celestial in origin rather than earthly? A new Excalibur, forged from wisdom and understanding, born in the undying fires of one's commitment to life. Well, he thought, in order to accept this type of power, then one must relinquish the old ways of being. Her eyes held his. He could sense that she was telling him that the age of kings was over, and that a new order of leadership was already underway. A new Excalibur to be wielded from the heart and not from the brawn of arm, to be wielded by men, women, and children alike. An Excalibur that symbolized one's own mastery and sovereignty. But now she was beckoning to him. He felt himself go to and pass through her. Merlin instinctively closed his eyes. As he reopened them, he looked around in wonder. Surely he was at the center of a universe with countless worlds around him, each one beautifully created. He was reminded of Arthur's Camelot, of how it had been shaped meticulously from Arthur's desire for harmony and balance, joy and happiness, abundance and prosperity, and his love for all things. Was not each of these countless worlds also the product of a similar love and dedication? There was a sense of anticipation. Everything seemed to be waiting, as if these worlds were waiting to be dreamt into physical reality, held in suspension, for a new beginning time. And so we must rest for now, and maybe pick it up at a later date. Hope you have fun with the reading, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.